Hello, friends. How are you? My name is Mike. This channel is Health and Wealth. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are talking Group D. Made an announcement today that the release of the distributions will be happening coming up in a couple of days. So today's the announcement day. Everybody loves announcement day. Who doesn't love announcement day? You know what's better than announcement day? Payday. So tomorrow is the X distribution day, which means that if you don't own these shares by, I think it's tonight at 8 p.m. or before, then you won't get this distribution. But if you put your money in after, even on the X distribution day, what a lot of people do because they get an automatic discount, then you'll get it the next 4-week cycle. So if you haven't yet subscribed, hit the button, hit the like, tell your friends and your mom. Again, my name is Mike. Today we're going to review Group D. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. So there's the announcements right on YieldMax's website. I get this thing at 6:55 a.m. because I've subscribed to their email. It's in the website. Hit contact us, and Bob's your uncle. All right, first one here. RDTY hasn't paid that out yet. It's their newest fund, so it's coming out soon. ULTY, ULTY, you ain't got an alibi, you're ULTY. Paying out 10 cents. That's strange, right? Well, it's the new norm for ULTY, which is weekly. And so normally ULTY pays out every 4 weeks, once a month, but they have switched it to weekly. So let's take a look at ULTY here. On YieldMax's website, it says current distribution rate is 94.66, but that changes every single day. And you can see here 46 cents last month. So, 10 times 4, 40 cents. So it is lower than every other month here, but, it's been a rough 3 weeks, month and I don't know, 5 weeks or so for the entire stock market. Alti itself trading at an abysmal $6.54. The good news for Alti is it went up 14 cents today. Tomorrow is going to drop to 10 cents, depending on how the market goes up or down. Yeah, 654 not looking good. If you look at the last month, down 20%. Not good at all. Let's go on to the next one here. QDTY, and that's paying out 24 cents. QDTY is another weekly. All of these are weekly. This is its third payment, and it's pretty decent for QDTY. Current share price $45.40. If you look at the last month, though, down 10%, which is not good. But this follows the QQQ, and the Qs also went down in the last couple of days. I'm sure I haven't looked at it today, but I'm gathering it's probably gone up just a little bit today. Same with yesterday, but 3 days ago, it went down 7%. So that's a huge decline. All right. Next up, SDTY. This one's going to be your S&P 500 play, 21 cents. Traditionally, the S&P 500 plays don't pay out a lot. It's funny. Whoever is in charge of the website really reduced the font size on this one. So they went tiny little font there, 19.42%. And, there's this last 3 payments. So this one's kind of in line with all of those. I mean, if we can keep the share price relatively the same here and stable, the S&P 500 just kind of goes up a little bit. If that could happen with this fund while paying out a distribution, that would be good. But it hasn't done that. Let's take a look at the last month, down 8%. And now the S&P 500 in its down slump went down about, I don't know, what, 2 to 6%. I mean, that's a big number for such a big fund, but I saw the one day it was down 2%, and the day before was about 2.5%. So probably went down about 6% in that same period of time. So that's SDTY. Its opponent is XDTE over at Roundhill. So if you want to do a comparison yourself, take a look between the two. Which one's better so far? Next up, we have GPTY and AIPLY. This one is paying out 28 cents. Let's take a look at it on YieldMax's website. 28 cents, right? There's its last 5 payments. And so this is going to be a 6th payment. It'll be its lowest so far. GPTY trading at $40.97. Went up 2% today, right? It looked like most of the market went up 2% or a little bit today. So down 15% in the last month here. But the market's super unstable, and you can't just blame one fund for going down. It's the entire market that's had the roller coaster in the last month here. We have three more weeklies. LFGY paying out 41 cents, 64% yield at the moment. But yeah, there's its last 7 or 8 payments, and again, one of its lowest. I think that's just going to be kind of the norm for this week. With the market crashing, ULMax probably isn't winning every single one of their synthetic type trades. They should really be winning their weeklies, that's for sure, with a market that's going down. But LFGY here up 0.67% today, but down 22%. Ugh, this is a crypto play in the last month. Not great, that's for sure. Next up is going to be some more familiar names, YMAX and YMAX. Let's go take a look here. 10 cents. Going to be its lowest payment maybe ever. Very close was an 11-cent back in January, but 10 cents its lowest payment so far. YMAX has really shrunk in the last little while here. Well, look at this month, down 15% in 1 month. If you look at the last 6 months, down 19%. If you look at the last year, down 35%. And this came out January of 2024. So it's been a year and 2 months so far, and down 30% in that time. But if we go back to this page here, you have received all of these distributions so far to kind of combat that downward swing, but has it really matched? I'm not too sure. I haven't done the math myself, but if that's something you want to look into, make it happen. Let's go to the next one. YMAG paying up 14 cents for YMAG. Let's go take a look at YMAG over here on YieldMax's website. So that's pretty standard for YMAG. Let me just look at that one more time. 14 cents. Yeah, it's pretty standard for YMAG there. That's for sure. Trying to find it on the page here. There it is. Yeah. So, 15 cents. I'll take it. I'll take it. In fact, 14 cents. Should it not have? Oh. What's the date today? Oh. 14 cents. Yeah, I mean, look at this, right? So, yeah, okay. There it is right there, I guess. They've made it 15 on here. Am I looking at the right thing? Did they write that down incorrectly? Let me go back to it here. YMAG, 14 cents. Let's go to the website. YMAG. And then this says March 5th. Oh my goodness, I'm having a moment. You know what, guys? This is live. I'm not pausing this recording. It's live. It pays out every week. Silly goose. All right, so 14 cents. That's pretty good. But you know what's strange is that we missed this 5-cent cycle this time. Is that strange? I thought it was going to be around 5 cents this payment. Interesting. All right, I took a pause there because I wanted to really dive deep into that, and yeah, it definitely it's strange. It should have been paying around 5 cents, so I'm not too sure why this cycle it was more, but I'm sure if you're a YMAG holder, you'll take it. So next up is the reason I'm here, probably the reason most of you are here. We're going to talk about MSTY, paying out $1.37. I do have opinions on this, and my opinion is that I'm happy that it didn't pay $1.75. $2, 2.50, because they didn't earn that money in the last 4 weeks. So I was hoping they weren't going to pay us out of our own money this time, and I'm really pleased that didn't. It appears that didn't happen. Right, this is earned money right here, $1.37. So yeah, I'm okay with that. In such a downward market, I think it's important to, we get paid still, right? They earned premiums in there, and so we're getting paid, but they're not paying us out of our own pocket, which is important, right? So, $1.37, I'll take that all day. And you can see it is its official lowest payment so far in the 11 months now that it's paid out. So, and it's not close, right? It's the lowest by far in those 11 months. But Mr. Micro Strategy or Strategy also has had a 40% decline since November, right? So here we are. A lot of people were freaking out in my comments saying, worst investment ever. When I say a lot of people, I probably had 100 comments and 2 people. So not a lot of people. Worst investment ever, they said. And, if you got in up here, I could see why you're saying worst investment ever. But I mean, for a lot of people, including myself, we've been in it for quite a while. I think mine was around May of last year, June, something like that. And, I've been happy with its performance so far. It's still above its original price point here, which was about $19.50, even though Google here says it was 21. It wasn't. MicroStrategy today up 0.75%. But I mean, if we look at the last month here, down almost 20% in that same period of time. So where YieldMax should have made money was on their weekly calls. Where YieldMax is losing money is on their synthetic option. If you want to know more about their options and how they make plays, here is the website. You can scroll to the bottom down here, and it will tell you the holdings. Now, sometimes they don't share all of their holdings here. Sometimes they only share the synthetic options, but if you take a look at the numbers and you see, um, a plus here and a minus here, and it's the same amount of shares, that's most likely their synthetic option. If you want to learn more, you can go to their intraday trade download right there. All right, next up we got the YQQQ, and that's paying out 44 cents. Interesting. I'd like to see this one. Yeah, so it's its highest payment yet, 44 cents, and it should be its highest payment, don't you guys think? Because the entire market went down over the last month here. But YQQQ share price in the last month here up 7.88%. So YQQQ is an inverse fund that's going the opposite direction of a positive market. And so that's why the fund's gone up in that same time. So that's a big bonus for those who are invested in YQQQ. You're up 7.8%, plus you're getting a distribution of, what did I say? 44 cents. Pretty good. Next up, AMZY. AMZY, 41 cents, or if you're in Canada, AMZY. AMZY here, 41 cents. Yeah, it's, right around where they paid the last 2 payments here. AMZY's share price dipped a little bit this month, 13%. So it's got some room to grow here if the market kind of changes. I'm just reflecting on life. Last time this person was in as a president, the market crashed and then it went back up, right? So who knows? Is that going to happen again this time? Only one person knows, and everybody else that one person told. So there we are. AMZY, $16.81. Next up is APLY, APLY. Apple's been having a hard time over the last couple of weeks here, but this is a big payment for APLY, 34 cents. Here are all of its other payments. So I guess it's right in line with all of the other payments, right in the median of all of those. But Apple itself has had a hard time, specifically over the last few days here. Apply's share price 15.19. Now this has been around since the dawn of YieldMax time, but I mean we can take a look here at the last month, down 9%, which is actually unlike Apply, which is usually pretty stable. So there's its pricing, right? Usually pretty stable, but the downswing of Apple is affecting this downswing of Apply. All right, next up we have AIYY. 32 cents for AIYY, right around where it paid the last 2 months. I'm going to call them months, all right, everybody? 4-week cycles. And AIYY, just an awful investment in my eyes here, down 41%. Ugh, that's not good. I remember there was a guy on YouTube saying AIYY was the play. AI was the play. I remember this guy saying that, but he flip-flops a lot. On his options and on his trades and on his own YouTube channel. So if you know, you know. But AIYY, terrible play. For me, I'm not flip-flopping, by the way. I'm going to stick with MSTY. I'm going to stick with NVIDIA. I'm sticking with Coney, right? So I'm not flip-flopping on those three. You may add, I may add some more down the road, but Coney I'm sticking with for 5 years. We'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. I think I'll need it. Next up, we have DISO. Paying out 28 cents. DISO, 28 cents. It usually pays a pretty boring distribution compared to I mean, this is a Disney play. Disney's kind of flat. Yeah, there we go. Let's look at the last month, down 11%, just like everything else though, guys, right? Let's take it with a grain of salt. Um, we were in a bull market for the past what, year, 2 years, and tariff wars, things like that have really diminished the gains you probably made. Next up, SQY squee paying out 50 cents. And yep, pretty standard 50 cents, a little bit low actually compared to the last 3 months, and then quite a bit lower from before that. Square, there we are, last month down 31%. That is gut wrenching. That's not good. Not good at all. By the way, how you guys doing? If you're enjoying this comment or this content, consider hitting the membership button. I've got 4 members now, which is really cool. We're trying to get it to at least 10 so I can do some lives with them. Join them. It's only $1.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. I don't want you to cancel, obviously, so I'm going to try and provide you the most value possible. All right, speaking of value, we've got one left. It's SMCY paying out $1.97. That's pretty darn good. That's the highest payment this group here, SMCY. And, SMCY has paid out some pretty good distributions so far. It is very volatile with SMCI. But I mean, the share price of SMCY up almost 10%. That's really good considering the market had such a rough time. Look at the last month, though, down 7%. And then it did have a massive fall in October, near the end of October. All the way to now, it would be down 51% from that day to this day. But yeah, it seems pretty good. I don't know if you guys are following, if you're a micro strategy or a strategy fan. I've been following this channel right here, Investing Neighborhood. Really good guy. He does live streams every day, talks about MSTY, not about MSTY so much, but micro strategy. Does a lot of chart analysis, and he does a lot of chit-chatting with his the people who comment on his video. Channel name is Investing Neighborhood. I'll link his channel below if you're not yet subscribed. He's trying to get this number up to 1,000. So help support somebody in the community there, and let them know that I sent you, all right? Again, if you're not yet subscribed, I'd love to have you. I'm trying to get to 5,000 people before Christmas. And if you haven't hit the button, hit it right now. I'll wait. Okay, that's enough time. My name is Mike. This channel is Health and Wealth. I hope you have the best